I did want to talk a little bit about our analytics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, and I want to talk about it from a YouTube sense because, like, from on the podcast apps and stuff, that's constantly increasing by one or two every episode.
Yeah.
So that's not really what I'm worried about. YouTube is the one that I focus very heavily on because, our views and listens are double, triple what they are on YouTube than what they are on podcast apps, which is fine. That's great because, YouTube is where most content creators are. So it's really not that surprising that they're all on YouTube. But our analytics have been super interesting, and I have both been getting a lot more into our analytics and kind of looking at when we should be posting and that sort of thing, and who our audience is, and seeing our growth and that sort of thing. And from that, we've changed our posting time.
We have,
Well, we're running a test at the moment, but I think we'll end up keeping it because it seems to be doing well so far.
Yeah.
But we've just changed it from 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's just 6 hours earlier, which means that the east and west coast of the US also get it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right around, I think it's 3:30, 4:30 p.m. So right on the drive home.
Yeah.
So perfect timing for both time zones.
Well, see, it's interesting because we were also looking at, we can see that we've had some spikes in views on certain days.
Yeah.
And it's been weird because it's been on weekends.
Yeah, Sundays are our spike.
Sundays.
Which makes me think that it's like a they have to go back to work on Monday and they have to learn something really quickly.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it's just a chill thing that you put on a podcast. I don't know.
I've been told we have a very chill show.
Yeah.
Which,
well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
We are pretty chill.
We are.
Like, we have our moments, but for the most part, we're pretty, mellow on the show.
Yeah.
We're not really in person.
No.
Like, in real life, we're pretty yeah! But, on the show...
Well, you are. I'm fairly mellow.
You're fairly mellow. I'm rather...
skitsy.
But, yeah, just the stuff that we talk about, I feel like it benefits the content to be more mellow,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to listen to someone talk about a camera and be like, "What's up, guys? This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. It is sick. I sold my mum for this," I wouldn't want to watch that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay. Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, so more mellow. I forgot how I got here. Oh,
Analytics.
Sundays. We were talking about
Sundays. Even we had a spike on a Saturday. And they were, strange. You guys are weird.
You guys are weird. And it's also been really cool because we're seeing more engagement in the comments and that sort of thing. More and more people are commenting, which is great, which means we get to have a dialogue with actual people, which is super cool. And I really, really enjoyed it. I had a great conversation. I had a great comment that I replied to this morning on the Blackmagic rigging clip.
Oh, yeah.
Asking what my thoughts were on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 12K, which is on the board, which we will talk about in a little bit after this segment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so seeing all those comments and that sort of thing has been really, really cool. Just to be able to actually have, interaction.
Yeah.
But my favorite analytic has been the impressions.
Yeah.
Because so for those of you who don't know, who aren't super invested in YouTube, your impressions are basically the amount of people that have been shown your video. That doesn't mean they've watched it. It means they've seen it in a sidebar or in a playlist or on their homepage or whatever.
Yeah.
And so our lifetime. So we started the show in March, which is also when we started the YouTube channel. But the YouTube channel hasn't really been that active for most of that. It's only really been active for about 2 months now.
Yeah.
And we have a total of 12,600 impressions on the whole. So 12,600 people have been recommended our video at some point.
Yeah.
7,600 of which were in the last 28 days.
Whoa.
So massive spike in people actually seeing our videos, which is really cool.
That is really cool.
And we kind of see that in our views as well. Our views have doubled, tripled in the past month.
And they're slowly going.
Yeah, it's cool. A very slow curve.
Yeah.
But it's better than no curve. So
exactly.
I'm fine. And
and we're past episode 7, so
and we passed episode 7, exactly. But yeah, so it's really cool to see that kind of slowly going. And our sub count is slowly going up as well.
Yeah, it is.
We've grown 29 in the past 28 days. So it's just over a sub a day.
Yeah.
Which is great for a show, which is great for a podcast. Like, historically, podcasts don't get a lot of repeat listeners or repeat views, that sort of thing.
So, but yeah, it's really cool.
Very cool.
Super interesting.
Really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of analytics. I think it's important for me personally and for the show as a whole for us to be super transparent.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about all these things and like talking about us as professionals and as videographers and photographers and blah, 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 and as sound designers and engineers and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, if we're not open about who, like, our show and who's seeing it and that sort of thing and our analytics, who are we then?
Yeah.
If we can't be honest about that sort of thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, we get like thousands of listens. We're basically famous. Like, sponsor us. We should probably censor that. Yeah. That play. Because they're not sponsoring us and they don't deserve free clout.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, we get, I think on our average is anywhere from 50 to 100 views / listens an episode.
Yeah.
That's including both YouTube and Anchor.
And see, that's a lot bigger than we were like 2 months ago.
We were getting like
10.
Mate, if that. If that.
So it's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and I think our clips have really helped with that.
Yeah.
Like, the clips have really been like a way for people to interact with the show in a much more condensed way.
Even what you were just saying with that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, super fun, super great.
And that was actually a really good opportunity. Someone was asking me about the podcast last night, and they were like, "Oh, how long is it?" I was like, "Oh, we film for about an hour, but if you're looking on the YouTube, we have clips and stuff, so you can just 3 or 5 minutes. Yeah. Have a listen.
Exactly.
Like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. And so like, those are our highlights. Like, those are those, like, this is going to be one of the clips. Like, those are the big things that we talk about in the show.
Yeah.
So those are always worth checking out. And if you want to see all the in-between stuff, because we talk about heaps of little things in between all the big things. Yeah, we do. Like, we have all these massive topics that we talk about, but like, of those, very few of those are going to end up being clips.
Yeah. Like,
it'll be Froe News always becomes a clip. This will become a clip. Maybe the Avatar segment. Depends what we talk about for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So, but also on that, it is also very important for us as a show that the people that are watching it are also sharing it.
Yeah.
So, not to be like,
yeah, I know.
Not to be beggy about it, but if you enjoy the show, do share it with the people that you think would enjoy it. Share it,
share it, comment.
Yeah, like, we love engaging with you, and the more people that there are to engage with, the better your discussions will be with them, the better our discussions will be, that sort of thing. So, share it with the people you care about, share it with other filmmakers, other photographers, other content creators. And then we can slowly grow our cute little community.
Yeah.
And if you join the Patreon, you can join our Discord group and we can talk.
Yeah, we can chat whenever.
Little plug.